But no, like it's just again, just hearing it, I was like, ah.
We need to tie up the guy somehow.
Oh my god, what are we gonna? What's the purpose of the? Is it pronounced garrote?
Garrot.
Garrot?
I don't know what that
I'm looking
was.
that up. What?
It's a wire
It's
that
like,
you use to strangle someone.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh my god, this is fucking cracked out. Why do we need that?
Better to have it than not to have it.
I guess so. But yeah, like think like piano wire kind of shit.
Yeah.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Like cheese cutting wire. Yeah. It's like it's made to slice into the throat. Like
Yep.
the pressure of the garrote, it doesn't knock you out. It literally slips into your throat and cuts you. And that's what kills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cooper.
Oh,
why
you're
do
talking
you
about a
need
garrote?
this?
Yep.
Yeah.
In case of emergency.
Fascinating.
In case we need to slit our own throats.
Well, gang, I'm so excited for this session and the adventures we are going to be on.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, let me roll and see how the vibes are. Ooh.
Well, won't you... Hold on. Who's the overseer? You'll need a roll for vibes in a moment with the setup.
Yeah,
roll
I don't
stuff.
expect us getting a good result, to be so honest.
Well, you've done so much preparation. You spent so much intel.
Yeah, I mean, I did, but like, we don't really,
Okay.
we don't have like the extra people bonus, and unfortunately, the environment is it's unexplored still. So that's gonna be -1. I was really hoping that would be a +1.
But, Peter.
Yeah?
If it does go well. Oh boy. That would be cool.
It would be really dope if I rolled like a 6 and we started off in a just a risky position. I would take that. I just don't want bad. Me rolling a 1 that other time though was cracked out. Like, it was it was not even 50-50. It was a 1/3 chance of me getting a bad position.
And it happens.
Yep, it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Oh, and what is today's session number?
21.
21. Thank you.
21.
Mm-hmm. We're getting closer.
I need to make sure.
Getting closer to what?
That's a great question.
22.
Like, the thing is, I know you were like, so, Liberation Day, session 22. And I'm like, what does that mean? You're like, What does it mean? What does that mean?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
That's from my intel on Liberation Day, but I need it for something else.
Okay. Well, definitely need that scoped out. Hopefully, I mean, we should get intel today. It's assuming we're successful. But we should get intel today. And also, Ryan has a ton of intel. So, absolutely can make deals with him for more if needed. Yeah.
Ryan's just sitting there farming intel.
Like a good little farm.
Mm-hmm.
Good little farm.
Don't negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah, he is brutal.
Oh,
He says,
yeah.
What did he
he
do?
literally told me, he went, oh, hey, Peter, is your like character sheet open? I'm like, yeah, no, of course. He goes, good. I just need to look and see what I can exploit out of you.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So true. So real.
I was like,
I
damn.
mean, when you're the sole proprietor of intel.
True. No,
You
the
can
thing
do
was,
what you
I was
want.
so happy when Jamie was like, oh, yeah, I can do that trade. I went, hell yeah. Because I was like, I know you'll ask for something reasonable.
Jamie's just like, I want to help. Oh, I could just do the intel thing? Okay.
Well, you know what's
hell
great
yeah.
is if you just give it up, you've garnered good favor to ask for something larger later.
Yeah.
It's the
I mean,
ultimate
yeah.
trade. You don't demand
Yeah,
a price.
Yeah, that was the thing with Jamie, is that like I just told them like just let me know like when you figure out what you want. As long if it's obscene, I'll push back. But like
Peter,
they can
you have a
just ask
tier
me to
2
join a
ship.
mission.
I want that.
Yeah.
Give to me your
Cool.
expensive ass ship.
I totally think that you spending 6 intel for a tier 2 ship is quite the equivalent exchange.
Considering that's like 5 intel is like half the requirement for one of the tier 2 ships.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly fair.
All is balanced.
Everything is perfectly fair, as it should be. It was never not unfair.
Yeah. I'm so excited though, Cooper. Good news. We'll be able to upgrade Immortals by the at the end of the session.
Let's go.
Yeah.
The time has come.
Time has come.
The time has come for the immortals to rise!
Yes. I can't wait for it to be like
Not from death.
whenever you roll a stealth check, you roll 2 extra d6 and a benefit 1. I'll be like, ah, shit.
What, for the stealth? Yeah, for the immortals?
I was about to say,
no.
I'm like,
I
that
know,
would be
I
so
know,
funny.
I know that's not gonna be it, but it would be very, very funny.
Mm-hmm.
I always was just half expecting that one day, Colin, you're just gonna like really fuck with us and just pull some random BS. We're like, yeah, and then we all just get hoodwinked.
Now, here's the thing. Y'all fuck with each other enough. I don't need to do anything. You will handle that on your
Fair.
own.
We are the chaos.
Keep that away from
Let's
me.
see. Do you guys think I can get above an 18?
No.
I believe in you.
Oh my god, it's double exactly.
Double it again.
All
Double
right.
it again.
All right, let's do this. Double
Double
it
it and give it to the
again.
next
Now
guy.
it's like a 2. That's how it's gonna go. Divide by 2. My bad.
That's so much funnier.
See if you can roll a 36. See if you can roll a 36.
That's gonna
I
be like
don't
an
want to get
88.
struck by lightning. I don't want to get struck by lightning. I'm gonna hold off.
It's alright. Let me show you how the master does it. 21.
21. Hey, session number.
21, session
Fucking
21.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Come on,
That's
come
so
on, come on,
funny
come on,
though.
come on. 60, 66, 66. 51.
Just over half.
Mhm. Now Cooper's just like,
Man.
alright, 100! And he goes up as like 0. How the fuck?
Just breaks the system.
Take it.
Hey, there was 1 0.
There are
I
actually
saw
2.
one and I was like, oh man.
Oh, there are 2. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. To get a 100, you have to get both
Double
zeros
zeros.
on
Yeah.
all
Mhm.
die. Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a 1 in 100 chance.
Really?
You don't say.
Really? You don't fucking say!
In case you needed to do the math on that.
Here,
Thank
wait,
you, Cooper.
wait.
What could I do without you?
Yeah, have you guys seen The Big Short?
Nope.
There's this moment when they're like explaining the math, or who's doing it? Ryan Gosling's explaining the math to a bunch of people, and he goes, "Holy!" Well, sorry, back on track. But he's like, "That's my quantitative," and he's like pointing to a guy. That's you, Cooper. You're my quantitative.
Always here.
You're my number guy.
Almost got 0.
Yeah, no, that was shocking. All these rolls, and the highest we got, a 51. This will be a session, I feel.
Come on. Nah.
Brandon tried again, and still, this is terrifying. This bodes not well.
Yeah, Peter, don't you dare touch that tarot deck, because it will be like, the tower? Oh.
The tower? Here, let me try that one more time.
Oh my
The
god, I
tower
almost
again?
got 6-7 again.
Crazy.
It would have been like my 5th time rolling
I've
it.
been 6.
Well,
Doesn't hit the same.
are you guys
doesn't.
ready to begin tonight's session?
Let's do
Yeah,
this.
let's get into it.
Yeah, I guess, dude.
Okay. Then we will go ahead and begin. On the morning of the 33rd of Hafe. As at this point, you are actually not in Ravasar, but on a ship barreling through space. The ship has a door, a rift in space, which connects to a great hall of knowledge. Lantern's study, back in Ravasar. To all of your knowledge, the only other entrance to Ravasar besides the main gate. And Lantern has it. But as you stand here, about to reach Exosis on the planet of Alpha, you don't know the plan that the Admiral of the Black Cats has. At least, not yet. As you have been called to be filled in on Lantern's designs. Are all of you confident?
Yeah.
As always.
As much as we can be.
I see. I am not confident at all. But we'll have to do. We don't fully know what is inside the private skyscraper of the Sovereign Executor. But we must get inside. We don't want to do this out in the open. In the open, there are eyes that can forget, that can twist, that can make things seem a way that they are not. We have already dealt with such a problem. The last time the pioneers attempted to interact with Cornelius Castile. And we also dealt with the same thing when we were first making contact with the Axial worlds. I don't wish to have the same happen again. Therefore, I will fly this ship, which has been retrofitted with only the best technologies that would allow for a stealthy entrance. You see, tonight, the Sovereign Executor is hosting an event inside his private building dedicated to floral conservation across the Axial worlds. For some reason, many powerful politicians and individuals, geniarchs, have come from across the worlds for this event. Tell me, Kale, why would you suppose the general of the Axial World's fleets would come to this meeting when Liberation Day is almost upon us?
My guess would be brokering final alliances. Any final deals that need to get made, bumping elbows with those who are still in power, but...
Deals with whom? That is what I wish to know. The Axial Worlds put on a united front. But these powerful folk come here for floral conservation? I don't buy it. Which is why we'll split into two groups. Group A, we made up of Kale and Carlex. You will enter through a grate off grounds of the actual skyscraper. You will sneak through connecting tunnels until you reach the western wall of the tower, which lies underground. You will get through said wall and climb up the elevator shaft, 25 floors. On the 25th floor, there are the administrative offices for the Sovereign Executor. Now, through months of subliminal indoctrination, I have taken one of the upper managers Tauker Clip and molded him to suit our purposes. Now he habitually stays late in the office and has developed a nasty narcotics habit. So, you arrive later in the night. Ideally, you will find Mr. Clip sound asleep at his desk. You will use his terminal, get the codes to Sovereign Executor's private room. You will then signal Group B, and we will join you at this room to either set a trap, learn more about the Sovereign Executor, or perhaps both. Group B will consist of me and Core, and we will walk through the front door. You see, we will be coming because we care about conservation. Core, you being an amethyst dragon, will draw attention and provide reasonable cover. Ideally, those who are guarding the Sovereign Executor and the potential people inside will be far more focused on a dragon and myself, both of which they know very little information on, but are incredibly curious. We will keep their attention off of Kale and off of Carlex. Well, at least until we get the signal. Then, we'll head to the penthouse via an access code that I was able to steal when I first arrived on Alpha. Posed as an IT man for a few weeks, and I redid the security system in the tower. From there, once we reunite, we'll reassess. Questions?
Where specifically will we be rendezvousing?
The penthouse. Pay attention.
The penthouse. Yes.
So split into two teams. Carlix and I will go through a grate, around some tunnels until we eventually find a way into the elevator shaft, go up to the 25th floor, move past the person on guard. Mr. Clip should be asleep, given narcotics habit. Take whatever code is needed to get into the penthouse, get into the penthouse, and let you know. Yeah?
You've got it. Well done.
Simple enough.
Perfect.
And Core, how are you with people?
Better than most. I'm
Phenomenal.
used to talking to elderly people, though, but I can get around.
Well, ideally these will be individuals past their prime, but it's geniocracy. There might still be true-blooded believers. I'll have to deal with them, but you still keep a smiling face, keep their attention, and gather as much information as you can once we're there.
Understood.
Well, in this case, gear up. And now, as Lantern begins to pull out some bags of items, you may all distribute the following list of items amongst yourselves. You have 2 single-use visualization aerosols, or visualizing hidden things, 3 single-use wall cutters, 2 full black outfits, 2 single-use black cat code shredders, which destroy encryption mechanisms, 10 zip ties, a spool of cheese wire, 2 blindfolds, a very powerful suction cup, 1 heavy-duty sling bag, and a set of wire cutters.
Lovely. Okay. I think that Kale and I should have the full black outfits since we're infiltrating.
I'll take the wire for cutting cheese.
Yes, cheese. Okay, and let's see. That's really funny.
It's
Um,
no one else needs to know.
let's see. I guess I can hold on to like 5 zip ties. Core, if you wanted the other 5 zip ties.
I mean, I don't think I need too much of this stuff. I mean, I'll take the zip ties, unless, I'll take 3 zip ties, and Cooper can have 2, just so we spread it.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't know
Um,
if you guys might meet resistance on the way up. It's better to.
Yeah. Okay. Then I will definitely need the wall cutters though for me and Kale. Uh, do you guys want to hold? Core, do you want to hold on to one of those?
I don't know how much they're gonna be searching us, is the thing.
Yeah, you don't want to be like, "Hey, I'm welcome to the gala. Can I pat you down?" Sure. I have zip ties, blindfolds, wall cutters.
Yeah.
You could wear a blindfold
Fair.
as a bandana, and the zip ties are. I don't think anybody will care.
These.
Well, I
Um.
also have my dragon's like bandana, so.
Okay. Fine. I'll just say we'll take the 3 cutters. I'll hold on that. We should also have the suction cup for me and Kale for climbing.
Mhm.
Because we'll have to go up a lot of flights. Um. Then. I guess. Can take.
I think we should each have a visualization aerosol, and if possible, we can put branding on the one that goes with Team B to just be like hairspray.
Uh.
That way it gets through security.
Sure.
Does that
Could
work?
we?
Mhm.
Yeah, Colin. Could we disguise it?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, then yeah, then Corey, you can hold on to that one. That'll be like hairspray.
Mhm.
Okay. So that one's check.
We're going full 80s with this one, gang.
Full 80s.
Dude, I'm gonna put on
Well,
the most flashiest dress possible with wings on the back of it. Yes, the dragon has arrived.
You
yeah,
gotta do
and
it with like
let's.
a black suit underneath, and you with the tear off outfit. Immediately swap into your spy gear.
It's like Katniss in
Okay.
the Hunger Games.
Literally.
Okay. So, what did the Black Cat code shredders look like?
They look like these very small, probably about 2-inch long, um, like metallic sticks, with kind of like this metal gel at the end that allow them to be basically inserted into any port.
Okay. Do you think you can? Do you want to hold on to one of those, Core, or do you think that's too much?
Mhm. Wrap. I could have the bandana on, and then I could like wrap it underneath the bandana, or like how 2 inch by what?
It's like 2 inches long, maybe a fourth of an inch wide.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just have like my bandana on my arm and wrap it underneath that.
Okay, if you're sure.
You'll
I mean,
probably need to
if
go
it,
through a metal detector. What are you gonna
Mm,
say when they?
yeah, that's probably gonna.
I,
Should come
yeah,
up with a good lie, and then
I'd say that one. I think is I would say be harder to get by. Um. Okay.
I was about to say I could use it as a hairpin, but I think that'd be way too obvious.
yes, my big mechanical hairpin.
Okay. Um. Yeah. In that case, yeah. Why don't me and Kale take one each?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh. Can copy
Right, we
paste.
have the wire cutters, sling bag, and then I forgot to write down where the blindfolds are going.
A sling bag is just to hold all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right. Then we should me and Kale should have the sling bag because we're carrying a lot of this.
Mhm.
Here, how
Um.
you have a higher physical than me. You can have it.
Alrighty.
Easier to
Okay.
carry
Sounds
it.
good. Nice.
And then wire cutters that fits in a pocket. I'll put that in.
You'll hold on to those? Okay. Alrighty. And then Cord does have one blindfold though, right? You're holding on to that?
I mean, I can. If not, I just have my dragon's bandana. I could technically use the blindfold someone.
Yeah, but you don't want to lose that.
Well,
And also-
assumedly, once we get the person back, I'd take it off.
Well, also assume that we need to leave in a hurry. We don't want to leave behind a calling card.
Yeah, we want to be discreet.
Right. If what we leave behind is a little marker that says exactly who was here, we're gonna get found out. So plain black bandana will not bandana, plain black blindfold would remedy that.
Gotcha. I'll take one.
Okay.
Okay. And then
The other one I'm throwing in the bag. So
all right, so it'll be with
it'll
me.
be on your person, yeah.
Okay. Believe we went through the full list then.
We did.
Okay.
If you want the distribution
Um,
just for reference during session, here you go.
Okay. Nice.
Then, are you satisfied with all that you have?
Yes. There is one thing I wanted to do before we like officially went on the mission though.
Gotcha.
Uh at this point, could I reference part of my backstory or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay, then all good. Never
Mhm.
mind.
Yep.
Okay.
Then, anything else before you guys are going on this mission? Any conversations you'd like to have, or like other things beside the resolving of actions you would like to do?
I want to make sure that we have a plan for if there isn't a service ladder within the elevator shaft.
Mm-hmm.
What are we planning on doing? Also, what are we gonna do
there
if the
is-
elevator swings by? Actually, if there isn't enough clearance, we just hope it doesn't go to the top floor. Like if the elevator's going by us.
Hopefully there'd be space, yeah, like you said, between it and the wall. I was planning on using the suction cup to hold myself in place, and we could tie each other together with a rope
I can always
as we
hold on to you.
climb
Yeah.
up together. I think that would be the means for us to climb upwards.
Okay, and we're both pretty fit. I'm confident that we'd be able to.
Okay.
What else? How tall is the building total?
The building itself is 83 floors.
Okay, cool.
And his penthouse is located inside this building, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Do we know which floor
83rd.
or not yet?
Peter.
That's how
Oh, that's how
Peter.
penthouse
it's a penthouse. Yeah.
Oh, see, penthouse for me always was just kind of like, I don't know, in my head, penthouse was like a fancy apartment, like bigger than usual. I didn't realize
Yeah,
that's
it is.
it's always at the top.
Yeah, where are those
Yeah.
apartments?
That's so funny. I didn't realize penthouses are always at the top. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very rarely you'll have a building where 2 floors are penthouses, but
Yeah, but penthouse is
Interesting.
yeah,
Okay.
even if we don't know, at most we would need to look through 2 floors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we have a means of sending a signal, right? To Lantern and Core.
You'll have to figure that out. Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
Lantern, did you have any ideas?
No plan survives first contact, but I already told you I don't have confidence, but I'm hoping that you will be able to contact us.
Okay.
Okay, let's work that out before we get in. Because I don't want the
Yeah.
signal to just be like an alarm goes off. You know?
I mean, would we be able to like mess with like the lighting a little bit from where we are? Like make the lights flicker for a moment?
Actually, here's the thing. The security stuff that Mr. Clip is at, what all does that control?
My understanding, it is simply a means for administrative function and control, scheduling, records, things of that nature. Trying to directly disturb security leaves a trail that could be traced back to us.
Okay. What if for the elevators, do you need like a security pass to access the elevator system or no?
That is why I stole
He
the
stole the code
pass.
previously.
Oh, right. Yes.
Okay.
Trying to think.
This building is fancy enough that each room should have a way to page the front desk. Yes.
Well, front desk. There's not necessarily a front desk in the building, but likely there should be a means to page, or at least contact between floors.
Okay. Here's what we could do. Potentially, as long as it doesn't require, voice confirmation or anything, if you and Core can manage to keep an eye on what the wait staff is doing. Once we're in, we can put in a large order for food, and if you can swap disguises, you guys can run it up to us.
I see. I can do this. Core, this would require me distancing myself from you and keeping a close eye on the staff. Will you be able to handle yourself?
Yes.
All right. Then I'll wait for the order. And once it is sent to, let's say, any floor above the 70th, then it's time to make our move. And we will head up
It'll
to...
be for 12 nutrient bricks. Just so that way there's and nothing, and 2 glasses of water. Just that way it's you know what the order is, and it doesn't look conspicuous or anything.
I see. Very well. And we will be arriving soon. I suggest you prepare yourselves, check your equipment. Time is upon us. And at this point, as you all begin to eventually move into position above Alpha, let's start resolving actions now, shall we? First things first, Core. Any actions to resolve?
I assume my unique one for the gear, right?
Let's see. Did you... Yes. You go ahead and resolve that. Then, what about for Kale?
I also will resolve unique one for my shopping list, and
Gotcha.
then another for my net, which
Gotcha.
I have a feeling will probably be higher than 3 when I roll my 2d2. Yep. Cool. I get a tachyon, a common tachyon.
Common tachyon. Then I'll get that to you after the session. And
Perfect.
then Carlex.
Also gear.
Gotcha. Then, with all of that done, Overseer, go ahead and assemble the engagement roll.
Okay. We don't have fleet cohesion. We have knowledge of rules of engagement +1. The environment, I believe, is unexplored.
Let's see. The environment is urban building.
Yes, it is urban building, but the exploration level says unknown,
Correct.
or does it?
Correct. Exploration level is unknown, so is unexplored.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so then -1. We don't know the hostiles. Or did I ask that one as part of my questions? No, I did not. Okay, so that's not known. We don't have the momentum. We have met all of the party requirements though, so that's +1, and we don't get any full squad benefits. Does Lantern count as an NPC ally going with us on the party mission?
He does, but he does not have a cost here.
Okay, gotcha. So we just have +1, gang.
Roll well.
I did!
Still 6.
Wow.
So it's only a risky position, peeps.
No. So,
Yeah.
So, Peter, you must understand, each mission is different.
Oh.
Um, so just because you rolled a 6, like, remember what it says on the reference chart. That's, like, a basic thing. That's not every single time. Because you have some missions where it's like, it's almost impossible to put yourself in a risky position. So,
Oh, okay.
now,
Gotcha, okay.
yeah, and now there are other ones where you could roll a 10, and that's a risky position. Because, like, it is required to be that level. So, yeah.
Understood. Okay, I'll keep that in mind then.
Yeah, so, going forward, it's like that. It's actually here, you're in a good position because you're in a highly advanced stealth ship with Lantern who has prepped, and you have requirements. If you didn't have if you didn't have stealth stuff for this mission, it's a -5. So, yeah. But as you
Okay,
go,
huge.
as you go ahead and begin to descend, at this point, Kale and Carlex, the ship begins to dive through atmosphere. As this point, Lantern goes ahead and looks back to you. All right, get ready. We're gonna have to do a quick drop.
Okay.
All right,
So,
suit up. I'm ready.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll change into our outfits.
Cool. Then you go ahead, change into your outfits. On the horizon, you see the massive tower of the Sovereign Executor. As the ship begins to dive, it's beginning to now skim the ground, kind of flying through buildings, as the back door is beginning to open up, as you hear Lantern over the comms go, "Quick, now!"
All right, jumping.
All right.
Gotcha. So both of you
Going.
jump, go ahead and make a physical check, both of you. Wow.
2.
Also 2.
Okay, both of you lose only 5 stamina points as you kind of brace yourself, as you quickly go ahead, roll across the ground, kind of blending into the shadows with your black outfits, and press up against a building as Lantern goes ahead and begins to fly the ship away with Core. All right, Core. Now, we hope they can get the job done. Now, put on your best face and get ready to lie.
Will do.
At this point, we cut back to Kale and Carlex as you're kind of picking yourselves up. What are you two doing next?
All right, let's move over to the entry point, the grate that we're going in from.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
If we can see it.
sneakily, making sure that we're not seen.
Then, as you go ahead and do this, because you both rolled 2 successes, you did not alert any of the citizenry or guards about, as you quickly sneak over to the grate that Lantern had marked for you. Currently, it's closed, like heavily screwed shut.
All right, Kale, you got not. I'm Kale. Carlex, you got a weapon with a blade.
I have like my. Well, actually, no. I would have. Yeah, I would have my axe with me, but
Okay, well, we can use the blade of that as a screwdriver if need be, or we could just pry and pop it off. Actually, I have gold pieces on me. Can I take out a gold piece and use the edge of that as a screwdriver and twist off some screws?
Or
to
like the
open up
heavy
the grate?
plating of the grate? No.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Then could we just use one of our wall cutters?
You could, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just use that to get us through this.
Gotcha. Go ahead and roll a d6 then, as you quickly attempt to go ahead and cut through.
It's a 4.
4. Okay, pretty good. Then, with this 4, as go ahead and cut through, both you go ahead and lift the grate off, and your detection does not increase this point. As if your detection fully gets to 5, then people around the Sovereign Executor's building will know something is up. It's imperative that both groups remain quiet and not suspicious. But as the grate gets pulled off, both of you jumping in.
Yes.
Yep, let's go.
Gotcha. It's a tight squeeze for you, Carlex, but now both you are kind of in the tunnel. Who's taking the lead trying to
I will.
All right, go ahead and make I would say probably a mental check here, because this is just remembering the labyrinth.
Okay. Is this regarding stealth since we're trying to do it quietly, or just for...
Yes, it is regarding stealth.
Okay, I have stealthy guide. I will get an additional 2d6. Because... Wait, no, hold on. I will get benefit 1. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, stealth, those 2d6 are for others. You get the benefit.
Yeah. Let's go.
Keep rolling till you fail.
Okay.
Okay.
3 successes. That's pretty good.
It is pretty good. As you think back, Kale, and you kind of make this mental map in your mind as you begin to zigzag through these really pitch black tunnels underneath the ground. You can see that there's electrical wiring kind of above you, along with other types of electronics and mechanisms. Below you, you can see there are like water filtration pipes, but keep on going. Slowly, carefully crawling through as you kind of like stop for a moment and you're like, this is the most direct path, but the way ahead, it's different a bit. You tell Carlex to go ahead and shimmy up against the wall as you quickly toss a stone forward. As it rolls across the ground, you can see as 2 guards make their way out. Did you hear that?
I did. Must have just been a grim. Don't worry. Events like this, you always get jumpy.
And as you kind of look back to Carlex, both of you now have an understanding there are guards about. But with your 3 successes, Kale, you know an alternate route. Are you trying to take the alternate route, get by these guards, or something else?
I'm going to make a hand motion for us to head the alternate route so that way Carlex knows what we're doing without talking.
Gotcha. Then, Carlex, you following?
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right. Then go ahead and roll a d6 for me at this point, Kale.
6.
No issues. As you quickly and deftly take the alternate route, making your way through the darkness in the gloom, you're able to completely bypass any and all guards that are kind of waiting in these underground tunnels and sections. And you also are able to bypass sensors, not even needing to slow to take care of them. As soon as you see a sensor, you're like, alternate path, alternate path, alternate path. You've trained for this. You've thought about all these eventualities. And now you're seeing the benefits of all that hard work. As both you and Carlos can go ahead and take 2 hero points. As at this point, you go ahead and reach the western wall. However, at this point, cutting back, Core, you and Lantern begin to land outside of this party. As describe to me what you're wearing, Core.
Core uses like the disguise power to like change into just a long, beautiful purple dress with like kind of wings coming out the back. Nothing too big to like bump people, but just barely like beyond her shoulders.
Mm-hmm. And Lantern would walk up to you and offer kind of an arm.
Are you ready to cross a party?
course I am.
Good. Let's go. And
Cor will take the arm.
as you kind of take the arm and exit off the ship, you parked at like a general hangar bay nearby, as you can see that there are some guards and mechs that have approached your ship. And one guard kind of comes forward, and Lantern kind of like raises what seems to be a data pad. We are from the Pioneer Fleet. We're here for the conservation event. And you can see like some of the guards like begin to look around. And Lantern says this in perfect Axial. The guard then begins to kind of talk. Can you get me the Sovereign Executor? The Pioneers are here. And kind of walks off a ways. And then we'll kind of like walk back a few minutes later. Oh, sorry about this. You weren't on the schedule. Well, you must forgive us. We are not familiar with the custom and the culture. As you may or may not know, amethyst dragons arrive at events like this due to their duty inherent in their ancestry. And it would be rude to tell folks and individuals every time they were arriving. It is assumed in our culture. Isn't that right, Cor?
Very much so.
So, I hope you're not causing a trouble. We're not causing trouble. If you want, we could leave. No. We just must do some rudimentary checks. For safety and security, it happens to all guests. Well, of course, we would not mean to cause too much of a fuss. We just have such a deep love of conservation.
Very much so. Especially, considering what has happened in the past before. But we're here to help that.
Go ahead and make a spirit check at benefit 2, Core.
Let's see here. Come on. Wait.
Keep rolling.
Yeah, I typed it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, baby. 4. Oh, wait. Oh, that was a 2. Alright, well, 3 successes. I'll take it.
Gotcha. Then, as you go ahead and say this, you can see the other guards kind of like look around, and one kind of like averts his eyes. No. Of course. You're honored guests, and like they'll kind of begin to check you out, but in a way that is like more so just trying to like hurry you along. You want something higher than a 2 here, Core. They don't find anything hidden on you. Like they're barely doing their jobs at this point. They're just like, get through. And as they're kind of done, the lead one goes, please enjoy the night. If there's anything that we can do to make your stay more at home, please let us know. We did not mean to invoke such memories.
Thank you. You enjoy your night. We'll be moving on.
Oh, yes, ma'am. And he kind of like snaps to attention as I'm assuming you and Lantern will kind of progress.
Yep.
Lantern will look to you. Well done. Oh, well done.
Don't have to be a black cat to do some things.
Absolutely. As at this point, go ahead and begin to walk through the doors of the floral conservation event. Inside, it's a myriad of colors, all of these different flowering plants and trees, bushes and shrubs, kind of on the interior. People of all different kinds, some species that you know, other species that you don't know, milling about in here. as Lantern will kind of like give a nod to you. Well done, well done. It's certainly a party to take notice of. And at this point, Lantern will kind of like nudge you and will kind of motion ahead. And you see approaching you now, Core, is the Sovereign Executor himself, Lapros. Good evening, Lantern and Core of the Pioneers. We are honored that you would make time in your busy schedules to attend this event. Forgive the lack of invitation. We did not believe that you had the desire or the means to make pilgrimage here. But we're very happy that you came.
It's fine. I am excited to see the flora you guys have.
Yes. And
I'm just excited. Where are the purple ones at?
yes. Follow me. The planet of Chi has many violet-colored plants, trees, and the like, due to the spectral patterning of its suns. They are really quite fascinating. Can you see beyond the 4,000 hertz spectrum?
I can see. Not quite that, I think. I don't know. I'd have to find out.
Well, then we can find out together, shall we?
We shall.
Tell me, do you participate in conservation efforts on your home world?
I didn't get much of a chance to. My parents were dealing with most of that. Eventually, I was going to work my way to that, but I was dealing with other things at the time. Just trying to learn.
What were you learning? Any expertise is valued here in the Axial worlds.
I mean, I stuck mostly to combat, but I'm trying to expand my wings nowadays.
Ah, I see. Well, combat is what we are requiring. How goes it on the front against the King of Whispers? In your own words. I have so many advisors talking in my ears, but someone close by to such a threat. That is what I wish to hear about. Also,
They're a strong foe. How they go about their recruitment tactics is definitely saddening to watch.
Yes, indeed. I would say it's less recruitment, more conscription, transformation. Diabolical means lowering a life form beyond their natural capacity for learning and intelligence to make them what? Nothing. Truly horrific. Are there creatures in the rings of Meropis that do the same?
We've fought against similar creatures like this before. That's why we were so persistent of wanting to go after them.
I see. So you have considerable experience exterminating such a threat.
Part of the dragons were usually the first ones against those kinds of threats, especially the Whispers.
Well, you've certainly given us
degree of relief. There were many that feared that the King of Whispers might push us right up until they were in the skies overhead. But it seems that forces beyond have brought forth true allies. These are the plants of which I was referring to. And as you're looking here, Core, you see a myriad of different beautiful flowers with all of these violets and indigos running through them, with kind of these veins of what appears to be like bright red in the violet for most of these particular plants. These species were almost wiped out due to a particular pest that arose likely from a merchant ship stowed on board the cargo hold, almost annihilated much of the local flora on an entire continent. Luckily, our scientists are able to preserve such means.
It's almost sad sometimes what we have to do to evolve our species and keep on pushing forward, but luckily there's other people that can help combat it.
Yes. It is sometimes difficult to keep reaching for that next horizon without pushing ahead, going beyond what we know. We are to only languish in mediocrity. It is perhaps now, though, that we get to see the best qualities of our scientists in their saving of these beautiful species, and the combating of a force that does not intend to do harm or destruction, but yet all the same must be stopped for the good of all. A brilliant opportunity, don't you think?
I think so.
And at this point, as you're beginning to look around, Core, notice that Lantern has slipped away. And at this point, you don't see him. However, at this point, we cut back. Building. Tower. Or rather, below it. As both Carlex and Kale, you are outside the western wall.
All right.
Time to use the wall cutter.
Gotcha. Then, as you go ahead, take the wall cutter, use your second use of it, as who is attempting to be the one to go ahead and make a hole in the western wall?
I can do it.
Yeah.
Or if this is meant to be more of a stealthy thing operation, if that would work with stealthy guy, Kale could do it.
The 2d6 that you'd get would be better than the benefit one with my one, I think.
Sure.
And also let's specify that we're trying to make sure that this is not just a hole in the wall. We're putting as small as we can for us to barely squeeze through in the least conspicuous space that wouldn't be easily seen.
Gotcha. Are you also trying to cover up the noise?
If possible.
Yes, if we can.
All right, how?
Well, hold on, let me see what we got on us.
Yourself in blankets.
Yeah, I don't suppose like covering it with a blanket would help with muffling the noise, would it?
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, we can do that.
Can we
Then
wrap the
also,
outside of the bag around where the wall cutter is just to try and muffle it so that way, it dampens as much as possible?
So are you trying to completely empty the bag so you can like wrap it around the cutter and then do this thing?
Well, if there's like, actually, maybe not.
I mean, I have a like, I should have like a thick blanket on me that I could just use for this.
Okay.
Yeah. And then with applying pressure to the wall, like basically to like lessen reverberation, help or no?
If you press a drill harder into a wall when you're using it, it does not muffle the drill. It can sometimes, cause it to break.
Oh no, not that. Like if somebody like were to apply pressure to the wall, like separately from the drill, to lessen reverberation.
Yeah, I would not.
Yeah,
do
But
probably
the
that.
not
wall's
with a
not
big
gonna
wall.
move.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Although I would
Okay.
like to say that I'm putting the suction cup on the section that
Yep.
we're cutting out so that way it doesn't just fall over.
Okay.
I don't want the wall to
That's-
just fall and make a big clang. So I'm a suction
Yeah,
cup
that's smart.
holding it up.
Gotcha. Then I will say, Kale, go ahead and make physical check at benefit 1 for like all the efforts that you're doing to kind of like muffle the sound. Whoa!
That's max.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll keep going. 3.
3. Still pretty damn good. Then, at this point, Carlex, you go ahead and roll 2d6 as you are attempting to quietly make a small hole in this western wall.
9 total.
Gotcha. None of them rolling low enough to get any detection. So you go ahead, make this very tiny hole, just small enough for you to get through as you carefully like remove this part of the wall. You had very deftly gone ahead and carved out like around like wires and different interlinking systems in the wall to not trigger anything. As you then go ahead and like poke through, you can see kind of ahead there appears to be almost like a boiler room. And in here you can see like this single guard patrolling around. What are you two doing?
I look down at my cheese wire. I look at Carlex. I look back down at my cheese wire. How is his like patrol going? Could we feasibly sneak by him without him seeing us?
Theoretically, yeah, if you were quiet enough.
I would rather do that.
Here, can I draw on this real quick?
Sure.
Okay. So if we're like, that's not the pen. So if we're like here-ish, right? How do I change my color?
You can't.
Okay. I'm the same color as the clouds. So if we're like here-ish, right? And we're right there. Is the guard ever getting close to us, or is he more like patrolling far away?
I mean, he's getting close. Like, he's patrolling the entirety of the area. Like, there are, like, rows of machinery down here. So he's kind of doing this squiggly pattern in the room. Just, like, walking up and down, occasionally checking in.
Okay, then I think
Okay.
that it's probably better for us to sneak by than knock him out and put him somewhere.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. Look, we
Wait,
can sneak by. Are we able to
before
cover
we
up the
do-
hole?
Well, one, yes. Cooper, did you have something?
Yes, before we do, I want to look around the corners of the room and make sure that there's no cameras. And we're not just completely ignoring that.
As you look around, you can see in the upper right corner, there is indeed what appears, it's not like a traditional camera, but it is a room that Carlex would recognize as being able to relay visual information. Something that you saw on Zeta, Carlex.
Interesting. No, with the knowledge of that, because I did see on Zeta the kind of like the window of view that these runes had, because like when we were looking for blind spots, using that information, can I determine what areas in this room are blind spots for this rune?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Then could we use that as like using those blind spots to path our course, sneaking by this guard?
You could.
Perfect.
Are you attempting to do this?
Yeah.
Yes, and covering up the hole on her as we leave it.
Gotcha.
Well, we can just if the cut from the wall cutter was small enough, we could theoretically use the suction cup and just slot the wall section back to where it was.
If that works, yeah.
You could.
Perfect.
Then both you go ahead and make physical or mental checks. These are stealth. And you can gain benefit 2. 1 because you spotted the camera. The second because you covered up the hole.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I already have a benefit, so I'm at benefit 3. Holy. What the
That is
fuck?
not. That is not.
Chaos
it.
has entered the battlefield.
2.
Okay. Then, as both of you begin to sneak around, you stay out of sight of both the camera and the guy as you quickly make your way through and out of the room. Leaving behind all of this, you quickly make your way through these darkened corridors before both of you find an elevator shaft.
Right.
Okay.
Let's get in and start. Well, first, what floor are we on? Are we on like -2, -1, 0?
You're actually -3.
Okay.
Okay.
Well then, let's. Yeah, with that in mind, now we know exactly how many floors to climb up to get to the 25th. So let's start doing that.
Gotcha.
Although, wait, are there multiple elevator shafts?
Looking around, yeah.
Is
Probably.
it possible for us to find one where the elevator is below us rather than above us?
You are bottom floor here. So
Okay, so
anything you do, the
Everything
elevator
will be-
is going to be coming down. If they were like
Okay.
coming to this floor.
and then final information thing: is there enough clearance on the walls for us to hug the wall and avoid getting crushed by an elevator going down?
Go ahead and make a physical check to try to go ahead and like pry open the doors first and foremost to kind of like see inside.
Gotcha.
Can I give him aid?
Yeah.
Nice. So you can reroll 2.
Well, perfect. I got 2 failures.
Oof.
So still 1 success.
1 success. Then
Although I'm scared. I might hero point one of those.
Oh, you can't. You rerolled both.
Oh, true. I already did. Never mind.
Yep. Then, as you go ahead and begin to like pry open this elevator door, you do hear as you open it, it is broken. You get it open, that's +1 to the detection. As you do this, so kind of looking around inside, there are kind of these divots in between floors where like the elevator doors would open. That might have enough clearance if both of you kind of like press down. But as you're kind of looking up, like you see the elevator probably like 40 floors up, like slightly moving up and down at certain portions. Like if you're in like the main shaft itself, not enough clearance to press against the side.
Okay, so how about this? Do we have a means to like call the elevator down?
You currently don't have the code. You could try and break the encryption mechanism to go ahead and utilize it, but you would be using
Okay.
your code shredder.
Okay.
So we
Gotcha.
could do that, call the elevator down, and then get on top of this one. So that way, if it ever is going up, we can just stand on the roof and ride it up. And if it's ever going down, we just ignore it. So, because I think the biggest concern is if we're underneath it and it's going down, rather than if it's going
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, because there's no clearance. So I was thinking we like go up like a couple floors, then I guess like get out the elevator, use the encryption to call it down, if possible 1 floor below us if we can, and then get back in the shaft and climb the way back up.
Well, here's what I'm thinking, right? I'm going back to the drawing board with my cloud pencil. So you said there's like little divots that we could theoretically like hide in, but in the actual like high up, there's just not enough clearance, right?
Yeah, in between floors, not enough clearance. If you were to duck into where the doors actually like open, then you have some clearance.
Okay. Oh wait, then we
Oh.
could theoretically just go up, and then if we
Just
ever see it
time it.
moving, we rush to the closest floor and then hug the elevator doors and hope that it's not opening here.
On that one. That's a gamble.
Or what we could do is we could set up something to hack, right? We climb inside, we go up to the next, just one floor up, and then call the elevator all the way down. So we just go up a single floor from the inside so we don't need to worry about cameras or anything, and then call it down.
Yeah, I'm more for that idea of hacking into it. Now, if we do the decoder, though, will that make the code shredder? Will that make the elevator just inoperable, or just for that one moment of us like calling it down?
No, it would mean that there's no encryption, that anyone could use the elevator forever. Like you've just fried any locking mechanism.
Is that easily
Is that-
noticeable?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be noticeable if someone would be like, "Oh, hey, why can like anyone use this elevator now? It's kind of on the fritz." No.
I think
Okay.
so.
it
Looking
might
up the
add-
shaft, how much is this being used?
I mean, not too often, but like it is in use. This particular lift, like it's a very big building. There are guards here because there are a lot of people at this event. So, it is in use. It's not like New York City Empire State Building elevator that's like up and down all the time.
Okay. Looking at it, are there particular floors that we see that are like the most common to be moving between?
Can't see it in that much detail.
Okay.
Well, do we know what floor the like at the party is going on?
Probably mostly the first floor, second floor.
Okay, then here's what I'm thinking. We can go up to floor like we wait until it's super high up. Oh, that just moved my camera. And then once it's super high up, we quickly climb up to the third or fourth. And then we hug a wall and wait for it to go down past us. And then we know we're good.
I'm okay with that.
That way we don't end up tripping anything.
We will have to wait though. But I'm okay with that.
Okay, then here's an idea. What gear do we have left? Would we have just like some thin rope? Like
I mean, I have
550
rope.
cord? Okay.
Yeah. And I don't think it's necessarily thin, but I have rope.
Well, if you just have something pressing against the cable. Actually, no, the cable would be above us. Or is it also below us? How do elevators work?
So these are magnetic lifts. Like they go up and down. Like plug inside, yeah.
Do they make any noise?
They make some noise going up and down, but it's very quiet. Like it's more of like a hum.
Okay, then Carlux, like, you and I tie each other together. We always keep an eye on the elevator, and as soon as it's within... well, the elevators probably move pretty fast, considering that this is a giant building. So as soon as it's within approximately 10 floors of us, if it's going towards us, whoever notices it first gives a double tug on the rope, and we go down to the closest floor. We always go down to the closest floor below us, so that way we don't end up trying to go different directions.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I agree.
Okay, then yeah, I say we just start scaling, we don't bother waiting, and we use that as our signal for go down to the next floor, hide in the wall.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Then at this point, both of you go ahead and make physical checks at benefit 1.
Nice. Does Stealthy Guide apply?
No.
Okay.
Thank you, Colin. I was trying to erase it. I'll re-roll the last one with a hero point.
Okay.
I'll go
Okay.
ahead and I'll re-roll too, because this is going to be important.
Yeah, this is the biggest, and
Challenge. All right, so I got 4.
I got 2.
Gotcha. Then 6. As both you go ahead, begin to scale upward. Carlex, you are locked in as both you are scaling this shaft. And with 4, you have enough presence of mind now as well to see there are sensors about in this elevator shaft. Like certain like pressurized points that seemingly are like detecting like changes in temperature, movement, things like that. They're just kind of like littered around the elevator shaft as you kind of like look above and the lift is kind of moving up and down. What are you two doing about these sensors?
Well, I think first things first is we should use some visualization aerosol. Because it should be the same on every floor or approximately every 5 floors repeating. So if we can figure out what the pattern is, we can then use that to avoid it.
I like that. Let's do it.
All right.
All right, let's use our can.
As you begin to go ahead and spray it kind of along the area you're in, you can see that there's about like a 5-foot sphere where this stuff is like really, really potent. And then it kind of has like this general field outward that kind of like is picking up on things, but it's kind of an afterthought. There are a bunch of them scattered around here, but you think that there is a path where if you were to leap back and forth across different points in the elevator shaft, you could probably avoid everything while moving upward.
Nice. Yeah,
I think
then
that's-
that's the plan.
Gotcha.
It may be harder to do, but we got it.
Then, as you're trying to do this, kind of like leaping back and forth, I'm going to roll for the lift to see if it's coming down at you. It's not. As like you're leaping back and forth through the floors, both of you kind of exerting your physicality. At this point, you're still leaping through fields of detection. However, it's a matter of whether or not those on the other side will notice. At this point, we cut back to Core. Core, you are still at this party as you're going around with the Sovereign Executor talking, and then the Sovereign Executor kind of like stops and looks back to you. I have an individual that you might wish to meet. Barca, come over here. And you can see this strange looking alien, kind of like longer neck, dressed in kind of like metal, and these flowing polymers that kind of cascade down the actual form. They are, standing upright, but they seem to have like 6 legs that help them move across the ground, long and spindly. Yes, Sovereign Executor. This is Core of the Pioneer Fleet. Fellow Aether's soul, according to their culture, but, of course, blessed by a lesson to ours. Imbued with forces, Core has studied combat on her home worlds and has been at the forefront of fighting against the King of Whispers. I thought it would be a good time for both of you to meet. You must forgive me, Core. There are many who seek my attention tonight, but I leave you in good hands with General Barca. And kind of like gives you a nod.
Thank you.
And as the Sovereign Executor begins to walk away, go ahead and make a physical check for me.
Yeah.
Do you
Nothing.
have a?
I don't
I
have
can give
hero
you.
points.
I'll give you a reroll.
Okay. Still nothing, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Then, as you kind of see this individual, they kind of look at you with like these large black eyes. You have studied combat.
Yes. I particularly take more to more fighting individuals. I haven't worked my way up to the grand scales yet, but I'll be making an attempt here soon.
I was a foot soldier long ago. I was posted on worlds and moons at the edge of the Axial worlds. Bandits, raiders, the occasional beast from beyond the stars. All were common challenges. While I occupy this position now, I understand the trials of a soldier fighting against an enemy. Tell me, do your strategies and lessons differ much from ours? Or have you not spent enough time among us to tell?
I haven't gotten a chance to fight with all of you yet, so that is something I'd need to see.
Well, I understand that soon the Axial worlds and your pioneers, your fleets, will be fighting side by side on Iota. It is strange to think that it has been almost one full rotation since your faction entered into our minds.
It's almost been a year already.
Yes, you came to us in the spring for you, did you not?
We did. I just don't focus on time that much as I should.
For beings such as us, time flows like water on the ocean. The waves are uncountable, but yet they still leave marks on the stone.
Well, that's certainly way more beautiful than I could put it.
Time has granted me a sharp tongue, and perhaps a sharper mind, but that will be put to the test against the King of Whispers and their forces. They have had considerable time to prepare for our coming.
It's been almost what? I would say 2 seasons. I'm not familiar with how you all do time since our last engagement.
We use the gravity clocks as a means of fixating time. A rotation for us marks the full rotation of the galactic core. Something that it seems you have based your own calendar off of.
That's very interesting. Okay.
Tell me,
I
what is it like being so close to one of the forces?
personally, it's been great. I mean, I obviously look at them in a different way, or the forces, but I stick as close to them as I could, to its teachings. I try to embody it in my everyday life, just trying to be good to people and trying to help them.
Do you embody all the forces?
I'm not sure how to quite answer that one. I know a lesson would be the closest one I have.
The forces are everywhere. Simply powers to draw upon. A lesson
Yeah.
has many benefits, but others are beneficial too. Gigal, Kissaron. They are, how should we say, arrows in our quiver.
Okay. Always like having a deep bag.
Yes, it is beneficial. Do you draw upon many of the forces? Or do you only know one?
I would say I'm not enough experience to draw upon the other ones. I would say I'd stick to the one. I would have to learn more.
If you desire, I would be most happy to train you in the other forces, so that we might better work together. I know that without a combined front, many will die when Liberation Day comes. The pioneers and the Axial worlds must work together. Else the King of Whispers will crush us all.
I could have a drink to that.
Ah, yes, a drink.
And kind of beckons over a waiter who comes over and produces to you like this vibrant, almost like neon green drink. And to Barca, like this long, thin tube of like almost like this white gas with like these bits of orange floating inside. And he kind of pops the cork and takes a sip of the gas. Will you take a sip of your drink?
Yeah.
And it tastes like butter. It's not
think-
butter. It doesn't have the consistency of butter, but it has the taste of just butter.
Yeah, Cord just looks in two different directions for half a second. Unusual. Very different from where I'm from.
You cannot believe it's not butter.
Shut the fuck up.
And at this point, Barco will kind of motion for you to follow.
I have friends that you might wish to meet. People that we
Lead-
might be serving with.
Lead away. I'd love to see who I'm working with.
Mhm.
I'd rather know the people than just see a face passing by.
And as you begin to follow, at this point, General Barca is going to attempt to start like introducing you to kind of like higher society of the Axial worlds, geniarchs of different planets, ministers of various parts of the government, very famous inventors, a whole bunch of people around this place, as you are now basically getting surrounded by them. Because someone unexpected is around so many people, go ahead and roll a d6. If you roll higher than a 1, then basically everyone's paying attention to you.
Oh, god damn it, every fucking time. Fuck me.
Then as you're around, like, you are kind of a star of the show, but somewhere far off, the Sovereign Executor is kind of looking on with a furrowed brow. He doesn't know what is going on, but you are just so cordial tonight. And as he looks around, he can see like Lantern is in the corner of the room, talking, chatting. But this is the smartest mind in the Axial worlds. And he is suspicious. At this point, cutting back outward to the building. As this point, Carlex and Kale, you finish kind of like jumping through the elevator shaft. There is some blinking here. Definitely, Carlex, based on what you know of the previous technology, there are people looking in the elevator shaft. But you're on floor 25 now, kind of in one of those nooks and crannies. What are you doing?
Sure.
Carlix, do you want to be the one to open the doors? I bungled it a bit last time.
Yeah, I can try to get this door open. I guess using the knowledge that I got from when Hale did it and it broke the elevator, I want to be more mindful of that as I try to open this one so it doesn't break too.
Gotcha. Make a physical check. You can add an extra d6.
Wait, I'm gonna grab Carlex's hand before he starts pulling. People need to come into the elevator shaft to service it at some point. There might be an emergency release on this side. Or maybe not an emergency release that would trigger an alarm, but like some form of release. So that way we can just easily pull it aside. That would disable the motor.
Okay.
Let's search for that before we brute force it.
You can take a
Fair
hero
enough.
point, Kale. There is a release.
Yes.
Now, there are alarm systems like connected to it, like it is like integrated to this whole building. You could attempt to try and like shred it and like disconnect it from all the other systems, or like using tools attempt to like cut a few wires and just have like this whole system kind of go dead. So at the very least, it's not connected to the alarm system anymore. And when you pull the actual handle, it'll open the elevator. It's not going to alert everyone, hey, elevator door, had the emergency, hatch switch, pulled.
Is there any way
Okay.
that we can use one of our code shredders to disconnect it
Yeah,
from the
wire
rest of the
cutters.
system?
yeah.
We could use the wire cutters, but I don't know what wire to cut.
I mean, yeah, you could just code shred this and like completely like destroy its connection to the rest of the system.
But would that set off a flag?
I mean, it would be like one node out of 80 some going dark in one particular elevator shaft. There's a chance that they could be like, what's going on here? But it's a low chance.
I say we do that, and then once we get to the other side, I'll reach back in and flip the switch back up, so that way when somebody comes to check on it, it just looks like a bug.
I don't know. I kind of want to hold on to the shredder though, and it seems like cutting the wires like shouldn't be too crazy.
I mean, do you know how any of this works? I don't know which one to cut.
I mean, I guess before we do that, could we try to figure out which ones would be the ones we would target to cut?
Sure. You can make a mental or a spirit check.
Okay. I'll rather do spirit. I've got much more.
They're just going on vibes.
All right, 2 successes.
As you look, you're like, all right, I know the tract of wires generally that is being connected. Like there are multiple tracks of wires. One of the tracks is blue, another is red. Like there are others that are multicolored, but you're like, blue seems like a secure color. Maybe. It could also be a striped color. You don't know. You could attempt to cut multiple of these tracks. You could attempt to do them all. You could try to do one and see what's going on. All kind of depends.
Carlex will raise the wire cutters. I've got a good feeling, Kale.
And slowly lower your arm. How
It
good of a
lowers.
feeling.
What out of 5?
I'm gonna take the wire cutters out of your hand.
You're no fun.
I'll put back a code break because we've got 2.
Yeah.
I'll give you mine.
All right. Yeah, we'll use the code breaker on this. I don't want to accidentally mess stuff up.
Gotcha. Then, as you use the shredder, you kind of like insert it into kind of like a side port of this release lever, as there's like this like quick sparking effect that goes live, and then like this point, it kind of like begins to dissolve, and you're like, well, did its job.
All right, nice. Then it's ready to use the release on this.
Mm-hmm. Then are you using it?
Yeah.
Gotcha. No detection as you pull it and door opens. You're now on the 25th floor.
Once we're through, I'll reach back in and flip the lever the other way.
Gotcha. Then the lever or the elevator doors close once again.
Nice. Then we got to sneak through this office. I don't think there's anyone else in here aside from our target, but we got to make sure of that.
Yeah,
and
better
also
safe than
being
sorry.
aware. Also keeping an eye out for those observational runes, the like quote unquote cameras.
Guards and cameras.
Gotcha. Then at this point, both you can make physical or mental checks that benefit 2.
Would
Is this
have
related to
sneak
stealth?
It is.
me? Nice.
Ooh, full successes. Let's run it. That's 4 for both of us.
Okay. Then as you're going through, you would be able to kind of like look around and find some of those sensors, and also you hear kind of the whistling of a guard more far off. And so, like, as you're hearing this, you're like, all right, gotta sneak around them. But been well trained and drilled for this. As you go ahead, hug the blind spots of the sensors, kind of peeking around corners, seeing guards. You make your way to kind of the heart of this floor, and it's like these like massive rows of cubicles with like these large kind of like data display terminals. And as you're looking inside, Carlex, you can see one elven man asleep at the terminal. Mr. Clip.
Perfect. Then I guess if the way is clear, we'll make our way towards Mr. Clip's terminal.
Gotcha. Then,
I'll watch the door. You get the code.
right. Then, Carlex, you kind of make your way to the terminal. Dude is sound asleep, passed out at the terminal at this point.
Perfect. Okay, don't have to worry about him as much. Then I guess accessing the terminal, can I try and figure out what the code is to the Executor's penthouse?
Sure. As you go ahead and attempt to access the terminal, it's locked.
Okay. Do I see any like sticky notes or anything like that that has like the passcode for this guy's terminal?
Go ahead and make a physical, mental, or spirit check, up to you, to try and like find any clues as to like what this could be.
I got 2.
For what?
Physical.
Physical. Looking around, then, like, you begin to like open up like different compartments and drawers, and eventually you find kind of like this throwaway sheet with like a bunch of like different random like letters and numbers on it, maybe like a code sheet of some sort, like a bunch of different passcodes. You're not sure which one though is right for this particular terminal.
Okay. Is there any? Does this Mr. Clip have like a badge on him?
Looking around, he does actually.
Could I check the badge?
Yeah. As you go ahead and check the badge, got face, got ID, basically like all discerning information has like a citizen, like bar number as well, like a planetary ID.
Okay. Does there seem to be any similarities between his badge, like number ID, and the passcode list that I have?
As you kind of are looking through, you're like, that doesn't make sense. That wait a minute, and you can see like one passcode that's got like this slurry of numbers, and you're like, that matches up with his birthday.
Ah, let's
Ooh.
go.
You can take a hero point.
Nice. Then I will try that code.
As you go ahead, type it in. Doo-doo. It opens up. You're in. And you have a whole list of other passwords too.
Ooh. Okay, perfect. Then yeah, I will try. Yeah, and then I will use this terminal to collect that code information for the penthouse.
Gotcha. Then you find exactly where the penthouse is. The code for entering the penthouse is 0524.
0524. Okay. Let's see. I mean, we got the information that we need.
Mm-hmm.
Should be good to go. Could
Nuh-uh.
I? Oh yeah.
We need an access code to go up and down the elevator. Let's look for an access code for stairwells and see if there's like an overarching one that the guards have access to. Because if so, then we can use that. We can go up to like a few floors below the penthouse level and then take the stairs the rest of the way.
Okay. Would I be able to figure out that information from the terminal?
Potentially. Like, you could try and root around in here and see what you can find.
I mean, was the plan for Lantern to, when we place the order of food, to stop by this floor and pick us up?
Not that you discussed.
Nope, he would be coming all the way up to us. Oh, this is perfect.
Okay.
Thank you for reminding me. Let's look through the terminal and see if we can find out how to place an order to a specific floor. And if possible, we can set up an order. How long did it take us to climb all the way up to floor 25?
Probably about an hour.
Okay. Then we can set up a... Actually, here's what I'm thinking. We need two things to be done. First, climbing all the way up to the 83rd floor is not going to be feasible. We look for an elevator code to go to just be able to use one of the elevators. We then use that to go all the way up. Second, if we have a way to place an order here, we place an order that's set for like 2 or 3 hours from now to give us time to get all the way up. So we don't need to worry about trying to figure out how to do it once we're all the way on the top in case there isn't a way to do that. Since we have access to a terminal now, we might as well get everything taken care of.
Okay. Yeah, because the plan is to rendezvous at the penthouse. Okay. Okay, I'm down with that.
So then let's search through and see if we have either any elevator code on the sheet that you found, or anything that could look like an elevator code, which, I don't know if it's alphanumeric or if it requires a badge swipe. Wait, is it a badge swipe or is it like an actual code?
It's an actual code.
Okay.
Okay.
Then yeah, let's see if we can like Control F find a elevator code, and then an ordering system for room service or any way to like contact the kitchen.
Gotcha. Then as you root around for both, you're able to deftly find like a general pattern of like the passwords and like the codes to utilize the lifts, and you find Mr. Clip's kind of code on this sheet. So you have that. And additionally, you find a mechanism to go ahead and contact
the kitchen on floor 2 and place an order.
All right. Are we
Perfect.
able to set up a delayed order?
You could.
Okay.
Okay. Then it took us
Um,
1 hour to get up this far. I say we put it for what time is it? Let me check the.
It's 11 p.m.
How long is the party going on?
Probably not much past midnight.
Okay. My question is, with the speed of the elevator, so no elevators are going this high up, right? Like, not really.
I mean, like, only the Sovereign Executor, Lapros, and, like, other people who are, like, cleaning the space or, like, refurbishing it or going up to meet him would be going up there. But, like, the elevators go up that high, obviously.
Is there any way that we
but-
can try and find a cleaner's code so that we don't use clips? So that way on the records, it's if anybody's watching that, it seems like a routine thing for going up the elevator.
You could attempt to. It would like require you to like probably go to other terminals or to like break open like the actual system that they have for these codes to like find that.
I'm okay with just using clips.
Yeah, then I'm okay with that too. Then I say let's put in a delayed order for an hour and 3 minutes from now.
Well, here's my proposition. If because we don't have all that time, if they bring up the elevator past the 25th floor, if we know like, hey, that's probably Lantern's elevator, we could just ride the top of it.
Well, Lantern is expecting to be able to get off the elevator and like on the top floor and be okay. And like we've already cleared out that area for him. One, if he gets off on the top floor, we will be crushed. And then two, if we haven't cleared it out already, then we're, you know. I say let's set the delayed order. If you think that it's better to, just do it now, then I'll trust your judgment. But
other choice, can't we just ride the elevator ourselves all the way up there?
that's what I was thinking. That's why I wanted the elevator code.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
let's
the
just do
delayed
that. And-
order was the signal for
Right, but we don't have to delay it too long. Like delay it like maybe like 20 minutes so that the elevator we can ride and get all the way to the top.
Takes time to
because
get
I imagine
ready too.
Yeah, let's say 45 minutes.
For them to start prepping the order.
Well, it's just 12 Nutri bricks and 2 glasses of water. It shouldn't take very long. It should all be pre-prepared.
I would say like 20. Do you want to cut the difference and say 30?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, we're going to cut the difference and say 30-minute delay for the order.
Okay. Then
And we'll place it for floor
72.
72.
right, what room?
706.
Okay.
Does that exist?
7206, sorry.
No.
It doesn't, but like ideally you're trying to get Lantern to fulfill the order. Like
Yeah.
it's a little suspicious, but
Well, 7206, that's floor 72, room 6, no?
no, I mean it's floor 70, suite 1, suite 2. Like
Oh,
room
then
A,
let's do
room
floor
B.
70, suite 1.
Okay.
No, specifically floor 72, suite 1. It
The
has to be
floor
above
doesn't-
70.
Oh, okay.
He
I thought it was
specified
like
he's looking for above 70.
Okay, then yeah, let's floor 72, suite 1.
Okay.
For 30 minutes from now, and then as soon as we hit enter on the order, log out of the terminal and quickly go to the elevator and make our way up.
Gotcha. Like riding the elevator up?
There's going to be a camera in it, so let's go to the elevator that we had previously fucked with, and we order the elevator to one floor below us, and then we ride the top of it up.
And we can ride it to like we can ride it to like the 70 the highest floor is what's the number of the highest floor again?
I got you. 1 second. 83.
83. We can ride it to the 82nd floor and then just climb the rest of the way ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
So you're wanting to quickly jump in, hit the button, get out, wait for the elevator to go down, jump on top of it, then wait for someone to go up to the 82nd floor? Or are you somehow trying to push the button from the outside of the lift?
I see the problem now.
Yes.
Um,
Why don't you guys just get in it? Push
what if
the
there's
button.
a camera inside the elevator?
There are sensors outside the elevator, remember, that you had spent an hour jumping through. You would just be speed running, going through all the sensors on the outside.
Okay, let's do that.
I'd say, yeah, let's just do that. Yeah.
And also, never mind. That would
That's
be a
it.
bad
Yeah,
idea. I was about to do something else.
That's the plan.
This is the simplest
Yeah.
one. Let's do that. Let's
do that.
elevator
We're doing
music.
it.
Wait as we go all the way up and do it.
Time short. We're doing it.
Gotcha. It takes you a minute, then, as you get back to the elevator, push the button, zoop! Like, it takes you up fast using magnetic propulsion up to the 82nd floor. Da-ding!
Well, I if we're taking the elevator, let's go to 83.
Okay, 83. Da-ding!
Yeah.
Top floor.
All right. Then, as like the doors open up, can we check around for sensors and cameras and the like?
Yeah, as you go ahead and check around, nothing. Ooh.
That's too sus.
You're not sure if you like nothing. But at this point, we'll go ahead and cut back to the party. As now, Core, you see as from the corner of your vision, Lantern kind of gives you a nod and begins kind of heading back to where a bunch of the employees are. Now you are surrounded, though, by generals and geniarchs of planets and all these different people asking you questions. So you're trying to be as cordial and nice as possible, not trying to ruffle any feathers. But you gotta get away. What are you doing?
Is there a bathroom around?
Yes, just that way.
Thank you. And Core's gonna start stepping off.
Gotcha. As you're doing so, make a spirit check to kind of have like a composed demeanor as you kind of like go towards the bathroom and cycle off towards where Lantern was headed.
Come on, baby.
Ooh.
That's a 6.
Okay, keep rolling until you fail.
Oh, baby, that's 2 successes. 2 successes.
2. Then, as you go, it's a little suspicious, but not anything to like tip people off. As you're able to get away without incident, as you kind of like walk down a hallway, and you already see Lantern, kind of like getting dressed in kind of like a surfer's uniform, as he goes ahead and kind of like taps the side of the mask, and like it almost seems to blend into his flesh, and you can see kind of this young, handsome, like half-elven man with short cropped red hair and kind of these golden eyes. Should probably get a disguise as well.
And Core will switch more to like a purple tiefling with gray hair.
Well done. Now, follow my lead. And Lantern will begin walking down a hallway. Will you follow?
Right on him.
Gotcha. As like you're kind of going ahead and walking down the hallway, you can see as out from one of like the doors comes like a group of like servers with like these beautiful bronze platters, like these nutrient breaks, and you can see one is carrying like 2 glasses of water, and then like in an instant, Lantern roundhouse kicks one, bang, as like they go flying off into the wall before like he's almost like teleporting around the area, like striking their vitals as within moments, like basically all these servers are on the ground and Lantern like catches the 2 glasses of water. So sorry, hold this for me.
On it.
And he goes ahead, opens a pocket dimension, throws them inside, closes pocket dimension. Don't worry, they have enough oxygen.
I'm just a mere server.
Good. Very good. Now come on, to the elevator. And
Motion.
he's gonna go ahead and like stack the nutrient bricks up on like his platter, head to the elevator. As you guys kind of like make your way over, you look out and you can see like the party is beginning to like dwindle down as people are making speeches. Like it's like end of the night type stuff. And if your ship is like the last one here or one of the last ones here, people are going to know something's up.
Mm-hmm.
But Lantern goes to one of the elevators, kind of types in a code, shink, opens up. Inside, let's go.
Moving.
As you go ahead, enter inside, goes ahead, taps like a few buttons inside the elevator before you both are rushed up to the top. And at this point, as Kale and Carlex, you are waiting at the top on the 83rd floor, you can see 2 servers beginning to make their way towards you from a hallway, and then one of the servers goes ahead and transforms into Lantern. Well done.
Thank
Yeah.
you. And I'll provide him with all the codes that we got.
Phenomenal.
Along with the paper that has a ton of other passwords, because Lantern's gonna do a better job of deciphering that than we will.
I'm assuming that's what Carlex
Yeah.
gave, though.
Oh,
Right.
I thought you just meant like
Yeah.
all the data on the terminal. Okay, we're good.
Very well, very well. All right, here goes nothing. And Lantern will begin to punch in the code to the door, and as he does so, chink, like the door swings open, and you can see a beautiful penthouse suite overlooking the entirety of Exosis. You can see kind of a beautiful kind of black satin bed in the middle. Like there's a kitchen, there's a loft above with what appears to be tables with like games. There appears to be like a workout section. All of these different things packed into this luxurious penthouse. You can even see there's like a drawing room with many different blueprints that it seems like Lapros has been working on. Aerosolize this.
And Core pulls out her spray, and she'll do it.
And as you do, shh, the spray kind of fans out. You can see that there are lasers kind of crisscrossing this room. Ah, very well, very well. Certainly defended, but on the inside, not the out. I wonder, do any of you know anything that might be able to shut off this defense system? Not a signal per se. I'm wondering if it's a presence.
Presence.
Otherwise, we'll have to get through this network.
Near the door, is there any form of like biometric scanner?
There
Somewhere
is.
for him to scan his eye. Okay. Core, would you be able to morph into the Sovereign Executor and see if you could disable it?
Ooh, I could give that a shot. Might as well try.
Or if you think that that's unlikely, because if it'll like ask for a fingerprint and you don't know what that looks like, we still have one final Black Cat code shredder.
Hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't know about a fingerprint. I didn't get a great look at his hands. Best I have his facial features.
And in fact, like, now you're beginning to think back to all of this, Core. The Sovereign Executor and Barca and many others were actually wearing, like, gloves in the party below.
Mm,
You didn't roll high enough on your physical check to see, but a lot of their bodies were covered.
Mm. So it probably does work off like a hand thing then.
Well, if it was for the whole party, then my guess is there's something else going on. Maybe those were all proxies and not the actual person.
that or people just have similar security systems.
True. Oh, and they don't want. There's probably ways to tell just by looking at it. Then I say we probably have to use a code shredder on this. It's likely the last place that we'll need one.
I mean, the only thing there is if you use the code shredder and he comes back, he'll immediately know that something's up.
He'll have to stay downstairs with the party until it's over, no? Or like until everyone is gone.
Be ending very soon. Do you all have another set of wall cutters?
We've got one.
We do.
Okay, I'm going to go down and try and buy you an extra few minutes. Get inside, find something valuable, or if you deem it appropriate, I suppose you could stay. This man is an Aether Soul, and something is not quite adding up. Investigate. See if you can find anything worthwhile here. I don't feel like taking him tonight. I think that we might have a bigger fish at the end of our line. I'm entrusting this mission to the three of you. Don't let me down. And
Understood.
Lantern is going to quickly depart to try and buy you more time.
Okay, cool. How in depth is this like security system and all the lasers that are going around here? Could we feasibly get around without triggering it?
It would be difficult, but theoretically you could do it. You need to do some parkour, but
I say we give it a shot because I think the shredder will be used for something else that has evidence in it.
True. Then here's what I'm thinking. But let's plan out where we want to go specifically. I think that the drawing room and taking images of all of the blueprints that are there is going to be incredibly helpful. And then I don't know where else we should look. And if nobody has a good idea out of game, I will use my Archivist Golden Question to see if I can figure out what area would be most likely to have something secretive that we should copy.
I mean, I would just use that. I would just ask that now. Yeah.
I've been saving it for a good moment. I'll use my golden question for that. Colin, what area of the penthouse or what specifically would be most likely for the Sovereign Executor to be hiding some sus shit?
well, as you're looking, you just kind of like think back to, past history at this point, Core, and you're like, all right, where would I hide something? I mean, obviously, safe. Drawing room is left out in the open. It's like, all right, like, under a bed, maybe, and you look and you're like, that's interesting. The bed frame goes all the way down to the ground.
Oh, he would lay on his treasure.
And as you look about, there are no codices or datapad storage spots or even terminals in the room. Like places to access information, those are suspiciously not there as you're looking.
Then let's lift the mattress.
About setting off the lasers.
Yeah, but we will have to make our way through the lasers to do this.
We can do it.
All right, let's go.
You guys trying to physical check your way through this?
I mean, Core would stay back and just be more of eyes, but yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Let's just use the data shredder on the thing. I'd rather do that than mess up the
Well-
laser and not have a shot at all.
Yeah, but what if there's a terminal on the inside of that? I think you're right with saying let's save it. I think there's one, especially considering that we didn't see any other terminals, and given, you know, the emphasis on technology and the amount of stuff that the Sovereign Executor has access to, I would be so shocked if there was not a terminal here. So my guess is underneath the bed is exactly just one terminal that contains all the information that we need. And that is
Alright.
going to be significantly harder to get through than the lasers.
All right, let's do it.
All right, it's jumping time.
Yeah, Core's just gonna try to stay back and be eyes for them.
All right. Then I will ask Kale and Carlex, is there anything that you guys are trying to do to improve your chances of getting through these lasers?
I mean, visually mapping out like what we're going to do ahead of time, of course.
All right, then make a mental check, Carlex.
Okay. Bah.
Beyond you to mentally map out all these lasers.
Is there less stuff pointing to like the roof area? Because
Yeah.
you would monkey. Okay, then could we feasibly climb up the wall next to us and then put the suction cup on the roof? And then how far away is the bed from where we're at?
I mean, it's probably a good 25, 30 feet. It's kind of like
Okay.
in the center of everything. Like lush natural light, kind of equidistant from the kitchen, the drawing room, staircase going up from the loft. You know, it's luxurious.
How is the roof set up? Are there like small slats?
Not
They can be super thin.
they're not slats. There are like chandeliers and lighting systems, though.
Okay, we can
Could
use
they
that in the
f-
suction cups to climb over and through the ceiling.
Well, what I was thinking is we suction cup, go to that suction cup, and then use 2 or 3 zip ties around something that we can have to like make a handhold. Take off the suction cup and then swing over to the next spot, 2 or 3 zip ties as a handhold, and then as we're coming back, just who's ever behind cuts the zip ties and then moves over, cuts the zip ties, moves over, cuts the zip ties.
Okay. I mean, we'll need the zip ties to get back out, though.
Well, yeah, we
When
leave
you're
them
coming
up.
Yeah.
back.
And
On
then
the coming
we
back,
cut
sure.
them. Yeah, we cut them when we come back.
Gotcha. I like
Yeah,
that.
I'd go
Yeah,
for
let's
that.
let's
Neat.
do that. That's a great idea.
Is that
Okay, I'm proud of that one.
the plan?
Yeah.
That's the plan.
All right, then both of you go ahead and make physical checks. This is just to get you up to like the ceiling level. If you guys are able to get up there, I'm not gonna have you roll. I think that's a brilliant plan. Just need to get up there to
Nice.
execute zip tie and sucker.
Perfect.
Is this relating to stealth? Kind of.
It is.
Yay.
Nice.
Peter, your dice hit mine.
All right.
I'll use a. This is hyper important.
Well,
yeah.
yes.
I'm gonna use both of my hero points. Okay, I got 2 successes.
That's a good thing that you did that, as you and Carlex go ahead and make another daring climb as you watch from the threshold core, keeping a lookout. As with these zip ties, you go ahead and make your way across until you are basically right over the satin of the bed.
All right, let's drop down, carefully lift up the mattress, and then get in
Yeah.
there.
Can I like? I'm assuming we have rope like kind of tied around Kale. Could I lower him down over the bed?
You could.
Nice.
Kale,
Mission Impossible style.
yeah, are you going ahead and getting lowered down over this bed?
Of course.
Then, as you go ahead and get lowered down, you kind of are right over it. And at this point, Carlex, as you're over this too, you look over and you see there is like this little panel on one side of the bed. As will will you go ahead and like alert Kale of the panel?
Yes.
Then Kale, as you see the panel, it's like closed, but it looks like it could be opened up. What are you doing?
I'm gonna see if I can try and open it.
Gotcha. Then, as you do, it pulls backward, and you can see a series of buttons there, like a control panel of sort.
I have no clue how any of this works. Carlix, can you drop me down the last black cat scan? You know, shredder.
Thingy-majigger.
Yeah, I can do
Just
that.
give me the thingy jig, and I'll see if I can plug it in. And whatever this is, break it. Get us. Oh wait, no, this isn't the terminal. This is a control panel for whatever is being stored here.
I mean,
is there any indication of what the buttons do?
Make a mental check. Or spirit, up to you.
Vibes.
I'm gonna lick the numbers to see what ones are the most pressed.
Is this relating to stealth?
It's not.
I figured. I've got no fucking clue.
You don't know.
I mean, if we can get the thing, that's all that matters.
Well, I don't want to hit a button that's like the silent alarm. Are they all the same color and size? And
No, there
What is-
are different buttons of different sizes, colors. There's a few switches here and there.
is there a screen?
No.
Just code shred it.
No. This is a red herring. I'm seeing if I can look under the mattress. This is a child's play. Like, can I lift up the mattress at all?
Yeah, as you go ahead and you slowly begin to lift it up, you do see that there's a trap door underneath, pressed flush into the ground.
Can I try and pull it up?
Sure, as you strain, you go ahead and feel kind of the hydraulic mechanisms that are supposed to lift up the bed. They begin to like crack and break a bit, but you do lift up the bed to gain extra detection.
Okay. All right, then it's time to sneak in. I guess Kale. Yeah, I will give him
Lower
the
me
shredder,
down
though.
for.
Yeah, but I'm making sure Kale has the shredder as he goes into it.
Gotcha. Then at this point, it's like you're over kind of the hatch at this point, Kale. It is locked.
The hatch is locked.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anywhere that I can enter a code?
Yes.
Then I think that this is time for the code.
It's
trigger.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then are you jamming Codebreaker in?
Yep.
Gotcha. You go ahead and do it. Like it goes ahead and begins to like spark and flash at a few points, and then you hear the hatch begin to release as it is now unlocked.
All right. What's inside? What's inside?
As you go ahead and
Get me in.
begin to open up, you see a set of stairs that descend lower. A secret room beneath the bed.
Carlix, there's a lot down here.
Okay. Do you want to
Do
go
you
at
wanna-
it together?
How tall is the ceiling? Could we feasibly jump and grab a handhold where Carlix is?
It's like 25 feet at least up there, because there is a loft in here too.
Gotcha. Kale, you're just gonna have to go it yourself.
Okay.
I'll stay here so I can pull you back up.
Okay.
Then, are you heading down there, Kale?
Yeah.
You silently begin
to make your way down. It's like a spiral staircase. And you hear your footsteps grow more muffled. And then it's just kind of silent. As you make your way into kind of this darker underground space, you see to your right what appears to be like this floating magnetic bed. On the bed, you can see that there are a series of kind of like vibrating metal plates. And as it kind of like floats there, you watch as across the plates themselves, this kind of like strange, almost like a violet light occasionally passes over this place. As you look at it, you're not sure what this bed is doing, but there is magic here, power. But your eyes immediately go left, Kale. You see the detritus of ancient books, information drives, artwork, canvases, destroyed. They are in pieces and or ashes before an altar. Upon this altar, Kale, there is a candle made of red wax with a black flame. It does not flicker like your average candle. It simply sits and burns. But yet it sheds no discernible light. It is only your eyes detecting the absence of light, Kale. It sends a chill up your spine. Really, the only light source here is at the far end of the room. A terminal sits there, giving this kind of dull orange glow to the interior of the space. What are you doing?
Well, I'm freaked out. I'll go over to the terminal first.
Begin to walk over to the terminal. Footsteps. Still quiet. Still oh so quiet. As you make your way up, you are now completely bathed in the unnatural light of this terminal. Its secrets calling out to you. They churn within. As you look at it, currently, as you look, it is a private terminal for the Sovereign Executor, it seems.
Can I get in? With all of this security, is this too locked?
As you look at it, it does appear to be locked. As you look around, you're like, fuck. Passcode protected. But I mean, as you look around, it still stores its data and information somewhere. It's housed in this place. You could rip out the stored data from this place. I mean, they would almost certainly know that you were here after that. Maybe the hatch could be explained away as a malfunction. Stealing the private data set of the Sovereign Executor? No. No, that is for sure some nefarious stuff that's happening.
But would they know it's us?
You? It would be suspect. Lantern showed up here unannounced, so did Core. Not enough to prove. Not enough to go to the public and say, yeah, it was them. Because then they'd have to reveal what's down there. But the enemy in the dark would know that there's something else out there. The dark forest would understand that another apex predator has moved into the territory. Kale, it's you down here now. You could cast this die. You could make this move. To begin to understand the axial darkness that lingers in the heart of this country. Or you could simply know that it's here and leave it, or in any number of other things. What are you doing?
Okay, I think I'm going to take it, but before I do, I want to inspect the funky bed and the vibrating panels, followed by the altar first. I want to get a closer look, see if there's any other information that I can discern before I rip it open.
Make 2 mental checks.
Oh god, I'm stupid though. I'm too dumb. And I'm too dumb.
As you look at the bed, there's nothing else that you can discern. You feel its power radiating, and for some reason, the aether within yourself churns as if it's being pricked by something within these panels. It almost makes you retch. As you move away from the bed, you go ahead and you look now at the altar, at the candles. There's destruction here. Great facets of knowledge that are now just gone. As you look at them, these appear to be old. And amongst all the ashes, you're also able to find like a small speck of what appears to be a flower, perhaps. How many of the rare and endangered flora down below could be sacrificed here? Is that the point? You don't know. What you do know, though, as you stare at everything, all the magical energy, you don't fully understand it. Which is why you look closer and closer and closer. Because you have to know. You just have to. And as you do attempt to know, you realize in the darkness, Kale, there is something looking back. It's in the candle. It's in silence. You see those eyes. You feel their sentience ravage your body. You hear a voice rasp at the corner of your mind. Death did not suit you. You were brought back. Will Thana help you? Will she save you? I know what resides in your heart. I could tell you the password. I could have you leave here safe and sound.
What's the what's the cost?
So simple. So easy. Take a page.
I
For knowledge.
I can't do that. It's my one purpose is to keep it safe.
Save yourself safe.
I I I can't do that. Anything but that. Okay, we'll take a couple steps away from the candle.
Keep it. No.
No, that I'm going to show the others.
Restrictions.
Then I will try to take the candle.
You go ahead.
It's for the greater good.
Take the candle. And as you do, the face in the darkness evaporates. As it does, it's like light begins to return to this room. And in your mind, as you hold the candle, you know the password. A long string of random numbers and letters. 40. 40 random numbers and letters. But you have it now. What shall you do?
Gotta log into the terminal. It's
Gotcha. As you go ahead, you log in to the terminal. You have full access now. All the files, all the information. Will you download it onto your datapad?
everything. I'm just make a copy of literally everything.
And you do. Copy of literally everything. Are you exiting?
Yeah.
As Kale is beginning to exit, Carlex and Core, both you know that something has happened. You see a darkness begin to spread across the room. And Core, one by one, like the falling of dominoes, made by a butterfly so far away, that has yet now created a hurricane. The lasers dim one by one. No longer there. Carlex, you see them all die too, and feel a chill up your spine. The hungry dark churns. And then, almost at the exact moment Kale left, Kale returns, holding a datapad and a black candle.
What did you do, Kale?
Um it's going to be a lot to explain. There's something evil in this candle, but I have literally everything that the Sovereign Executor was keeping secret. I can, as soon as we get back on the ship, I'll relay everything, but I don't think that we have time, and I don't want to get caught.
We just have to get going.
Fine. Let's go.
Then, are all of you attempting to head to one of the windows, cut it open?
Yeah, and we'll try to clean up, our traces behind us, make sure nothing's left behind.
There are no traces.
Yep.
As you go ahead, open the window, and using a sucker to get out after like cleaning up the zip ties and things. You can see Lantern's ship beginning to pull up along the side of the tower as the back bay begins to open. You guys getting inside?
Yup.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
As you enter in, we go ahead and we cut back eventually to the study. It's been a few hours. You all have needed rest. You turned over the information to Lantern, who has now begun to go ahead and go through the information. The black candle, Kale, has been placed in a room on its own. Multiple times, Lantern attempted to destroy the candle, but it always appears back at your side. You have accepted it. It is your dark light in the world now. But as you all sit around Lantern in the study, the Admiral seems to have much more on his mind. I've gone through much of what remains inside. We were right. It goes deeper. Deeper than we imagined. Core, if this information is true, most of who you were talking to the previous night are worshippers of the Great Despoiler. The Malefic Warrens have infiltrated the Axial world's government. Including the Sovereign Executor.
Could be why they're so pressed to get our people to join them.
Perhaps. I've looked at the files. The Sovereign Executor is, and along with others, planetary governors and generals, business owners, diverting terawatts of power into the Warrens. Food, water,
That's
resources.
What's happening on Zeta.
Yes, exactly. That and other things, resources and water and food. I believe as well, sometimes even people. Sacrificed.
I don't doubt the ones they... Oh, sorry to interrupt you again.
Go. Talk.
No, it's probably the ones they're sacrificing, the ones that can't have a high IQ.
Yes. Yes. Likely. The infirm, the weak.
Sophia.
Eventually. Eventually.
But why her?
There's no information within these files that notes that what is happening to Zyphonol is
as a result of the Warrens. But her drawing too close to the truth, that is a problem. Significant problem, especially with the proximity that we gain to the Warrens. I must also guess, then, that the Sovereign Executor hoped that there would be more time before this discovery. Maybe he didn't guess at all, but I don't quite believe that. There's a bigger game. Perhaps he believes that he's too big to fail, but he does not seem overly prideful. There is a deeper reason. We will have to keep on prying through. He did not keep a journal. Figures. Maybe he did once, but he is destroying knowledge. Seemingly an affront to the culture that he represents. Perhaps even he's an Aether Soul because of the Warren's influence. But oh, it is so hard to say. I suppose now we must begin a more difficult task. With the corruption so deep, we need to prove to the people of the Axial worlds, the Warrens are the thing puppeting their government, that all is exposed. That we must get rid of their Sovereign Executor if they are to survive. And at the same time, we must maintain our alliance with the Axial worlds. If they view us as an enemy, we might never be able to save them. And yet, if the Sovereign Executor and the others know, they'll wait until there's a battle. Then they'll turn on us. What a conundrum. And it is here where we will end the session for today, as all of you will go ahead and get the following rewards. 1 level up, 10 intel, 8 core bundles. So, basically, each core bundle is 100 cores. So, can get money that is usable in the Axial worlds, and 2 gemstones up for the taking. But well done, gang.
Yeah, I have to clap and applause for Cooper though, because you were big brain all night. I'm very thankful.
Thank you.
Got
Yeah,
through.
no,
Got the data.
that
Got
was
the
good.
info.
Yeah, without a cinch.
There were a few times where it was a little hairy, but hey, you guys got through it.
We did. Nice. And I'm presuming all of these are, of course, into cargo.
Yes. They're all
Okay.
cargo.
Gotcha. Hey, folks, you know what I'm getting? Glorious rebuke. It's my time.
The time.
Money.
Yeah, I'm getting Stam, and then what am I going to do with my other 3?
Where do I put my money at? Where's my money? More money to lay on.
Money.
Oh, and you know what? I'm not gonna take a rest. I lost 5 stamina.
Yeah, you're
Give me
right.
that momentum.
Can we get momentum from this one?
You didn't have combat, so no.
No.
Ah, damn.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that I was that crossed my mind. Okay. And end of session, I donate at the final hero point to Immortals.
Okay,
Yippee
donate.
doo.
Yay!
Then
Yay!
here
I need to run and pee.
I'll read to you what the Immortals get then.
Let's go.
So, for your new detachment, you get the Fittest. When you lose your last health block, you fall unconscious. Your fleet must be at least level 1 to use this detachment. So basically, Immortals never die!
That is wild.
Like I said.
That is wild. I am so swapping my detachment.
Yes.
You also will unlock the Immortal Mutation Lab. While the Immortal fleet is at least level 1, you can access the Mutation Lab. You may spend a pregame action and resolve a pregame action to gain or swap a mutation you possess. A character may only have one mutation. You start out with 4 possible mutations. Those mutations are the Primordial Wings mutation, the Darkborn mutation, the Prime Strike mutation, and the Titan's Toughness mutation. Primordial Wings gives you the fly power, and for each Immortal with you on a mission, add plus 20 feet to your flying speed. Because Immortals, they work together. Then you have
we do that.
You do that. Then you also have the Darkborn mutation. You gain the ability to see in the dark and gain the X-ray vision power. Additionally, when you use your background action in combat, your next damage roll this turn gains plus 3 to the damage rating. So, pretty decent. Then you have the Prime Strike mutation. When you make a damage roll that removes a block, gain plus 1 hero point. If you reduce a creature of moderate threat to 0 health blocks, once per turn, deal normal crushing damage equal to your character level to a creature within 5 feet of you. And finally, you have Titan's Toughness. You gain an extra health block. When your first health block is lost, you now lose 1 health block if you are able. So, no injury. Additionally, your speed decreases by 10 feet while you possess this mutation. So, that's what you get for upgrading a fleet.
Let's go. That's huge.
Survivability and mutations. That is the Immortal way. Yay! Yay, Immortals.